decrease in the bill every month, you know,
yes.
because we keep on the light everywhere during the day. We keep on, you know, everything, the charger, everything, you know. So this is.
But as you mentioned, you know, I believe that for the last period, all Egyptians, they now aware about rationalization of electricity.
Stolen electricity.
And this is quite important, you know, this is quite important. And this has been noticed even for the consumption. And it has been declared by the Ministry of Electricity that the habits of Egyptians has changed for this period, which means that there is significant change regarding consumption of electricity. People now are responding to you know, the campaign of the minister that we should try to rationalize our consumption. This is quite important.
And also we have some campaigns for the stolen electricity, and I heard the governor himself is moving.
This is very important.
You know,
yes,
very important to discover. We have
you know,
houses.
it's a phenomena. It's a phenomena, and it's representing actually now, as it has been predicted, approximately 20% of consumption, which is a very high percentage.
The cafes, the kiosks,
and this, you know, this is telling you to how extent we need to be firm with the application of law. You know, this is actually the magic word for what should be done in Egypt for the next period. And even, you know, I have been following what the people are asking about their needs for the last period. Their needs, for example, from the two runners. They ask people, what do you want from next president? They, you know, the majority are saying we need security and superiority of law. And this is quite important. It's quite important that this type of awareness for Egyptians is quite important, and it should be addressed. Actually.
All of us, we ask to apply the law, but at the end of the day, if we want the law, why do we break the rules? Why do we violate?
Because we don't want, we are violating because we don't see a firm action against who are violating. And this is quite natural everywhere, everywhere. If even for your children, if you cannot set the rules and you mention what should be done and what shouldn't, you know, you are going to find everything in a chaos, you know. So the issue is that
law and order.
Law and order everywhere, and this should be the first priority.
Moving on to Al Wafd newspaper. Cabinet urges citizens to participate in the upcoming presidential elections. The cabinet called upon the Egyptian citizens to positively take part in the upcoming presidential elections and to practice their constitutional right of choosing the president within the framework of freedom and transparency. The cabinet asserted that the presidential election is considered as a pivotal move in the path of continuing the roadmap. It added that the government will exert its utmost effort to provide all necessary requirements to assist the Presidential Electoral Committee to conduct its role.
I believe this is very important, and actually I hope that you know, the majority of Egyptians should go to express their point of view, and it's not like it has been mentioned that it is, you know, it's an easy, you know, campaign, and that the runner Al-Sisi is having, you know, is going to win without, you know, any competition from the other runner. No, I believe it's now becoming, if we are all following what's happening. No, it's you know, it's quite important what's happening. Competition is existing, and actually Egyptians should improve their awareness regarding how to select and what criteria, and they should select whomever they see that they can, he can, you know, do something better for Egypt.
Moving on to another headline. The cabinet reveals reason behind return to daylight timing. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Hossein Makawish said that the main reason behind the return of the daylight timing is the keenness of the government on saving fuel. The ambassador added that the daylight timing will start on the 15th of May, will pause during the holy month of Ramadan, and will be then resumed till the 1st of October. He added that Prime Minister Ibrahim Mahlab ordered conducting a study on the suggested financial policies in order not to affect those with limited income. The spokesman also denied the government's intention to import gas from Israel.
These are the most important decisions that have been taken from the cabinet meeting yesterday, and I believe that return of daylight timing is going to save 1 hour, and this is quite important for saving electricity, which is becoming a challenge for Egypt. So having deciding to return to daylight timing is becoming an important decision. Besides that, conducting a study on the suggested financial policies in order not to affect limited income, I believe this is coming with our big challenge from the last 30 years is how to rationalize subsidies. This is a very big challenge, because nowadays you can find that all subsidies are not going to the beneficiaries, the right beneficiaries. Actually, I don't know if you have heard about the figure of subsidy in the last budget 2014-2015. Huge amount. Now the subsidy for energy is exceeding every day, and now it's approaching to 200 billion. Besides that, we cannot follow, the budget cannot support anymore this increase. We have 3 challenges: increase in salaries and wages after the minimum wage level. It's 208 billion Egyptian pounds, and then the interest for internal debt, which exceeded to